Welcome back, everybody. Happy Pokemon Day. 30th anniversary of Pokemon. Pokemon turns 30 years old today. Hard to believe, but here we are. The hobby's thriving. It's showing no signs of slowing down. Um, Things are good. Things are good, especially if you've been here for quite a while. And by quite a while, I mean probably like greater than 5 years. You have already been through some tough times, some bear markets, and you are probably seeing the fruits of that, right? Sticking around and just being here. Uh, Welcome, guys. Flower City Cards here. In today's video, we're going to be talking about why your perspective is probably holding you back. And at the end of the day, right? It's that it's that mantra. It's that quote, right? Perspective is everything. And in life, in any aspect of life, right? Relationships, business, your job, your career, how you handle situations, how you handle issues, how you handle conflicts, adversity is a direct reflection of how you view the world and your perspective on whatever it is. And if you look at the thumbnail, um, I I am more than likely, I usually make these after. I'm more than likely going to use the 151 UPC as the thumbnail because I feel like it paints a really good picture. And I am not somebody who has a large position in those. I have two single units, right? So it's just something that you go back into that frame of mind. You put yourself into that situation, and those things were everywhere, right? They were dirt cheap. Didn't didn't have any problem finding them. Right? They were everywhere. They were just they were there for the taking, guys. Like you watch Rudy's newest video, right? The $500,000 Pokemon video, which I think he dropped yesterday or the day before, and he revealed his behind the scenes play of picking up basically any prismatic SPC at like 180, 190 when they were dropping, when we had that large dump of supply. And then we had another correction because of another dump of supply where he was picking them up at like 210, 220. And guys, it all comes down to conviction. It comes down to perspective. It comes down to experience. And experience is one thing, but wisdom is using somebody else's experience to help your own situation. And if you're not looking at what he's doing and you're not trying to shape your perspective or at least gain a different perspective um, of the other side of the coin, which is, it's not all about the best price. It's not all about timing, right? Sometimes it's about buying the product that you truly believe is going to be the best product in years to come. I always go back to one of the other sets that really I thought was fun to open, and I experienced it when I got back into the hobby because they were like 15 to 20 bucks a piece, like max. Was Generations, like Generations from XY. Yes, it was a Generation set, like it was like a 20th, it was like a 20th anniversary set. But that set, even though at the time like the hits were not, you're not going to pull an Umbreon, you're not going to pull an Altart Mega Charizard X, right? You're not going to pull any of those cards. It wasn't like $500 $1,000 chases, but the the product itself was again 151 themed. So, all right, we know that that's probably always going to be a staple. It doesn't matter. They're going to continue to recycle those Pokemon. People are going to continue to fall in love with those. Even if you grew up in the black and white, the sun and moon, the whatever, right? People are going to fall back on those Pokemon, and Pokemon is going to fall back on those Pokemon because those are the OGs. Those are the ones where it all started. That's where we came from, guys. So look at Generations. I opened that setup. I had the opportunity to open some up, right? And this is when I was kind of dabbling in a whole bunch of different stuff because I didn't know what was left from right, right? And I was just trying to figure out what was going on. And I just remember looking back at that set and I was like, you know, this set is so much more fun to open than like some of the more expensive sets from like Black and White, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, like even like EX era. Like that set, it seemed like every other pack or every pack for the most part, you were pulling a Radiant collection, you were pulling a full art. I remember I pulled a couple of like those Articuno full arts that were beautiful. Like there was just so much action happening on every single pull, and that was kind of, I don't want to say rare, but it was definitely, I mean, it was a specialty set, right? So I guess that kind of comes with the territory. But I just remember looking back at that and I was like, you know what? This set is awesome. Like I should really pick up a lot of this. And then, things happen. I was in a very different state at that time. Had I had the perspective, right, and the financial means now that I did back then when I first got into this hobby, I probably would be sitting on loads of generations, right? Because in my mind, like if I just strip everything away and I look at that set at the time when it was like dirt cheap compared to what it is now. I have no idea what it is now. I have none of it in my collection. I don't pay attention to it. But I'm just looking back at my experiences and I'm saying, you know what? That set, that product was an amazing product, right? People will go back and they'll want to open that set because you're usually going to have some fun with it, right? And yes, there are chases now, like all those cards, like everything X and Y and back now is just so expensive. But like at the time, it didn't take a lot to kind of try to picture the future and understand that like, hey, we're going to have a great opening experience. And a lot of sets now that are still kind of cheap, like celebrations, right? 25th anniversary. Um, you have a lot, I mean, I guess just like any Scarlet Violet set for the most part. I compare that to a lot of Sword and Shield stuff, and at least like not just Sword and Shield, but I would say like the earlier half of Sword and Shield where uh your Vivid Voltage, your even like your battle styles, right? Fusion Strike, Evolving Skies, like I'm not saying those sets aren't great, but the pack opening experience is so much more fun in like the last four sets with your Astral, your Lost Origin, your Brilliant Stars, and then your Silver Tempest, right? Where you have the trainer galleries, right? It's more fun. So, you know, take it all back to the the example I gave about the UPC, right? The 151 UPC was sitting there forever. Anybody could go pick it up for 80, $90. It was sitting on distribution, open order, whatever you wanted. Just go buy it, right? It's there for the taking. And it was there for probably at least 6 months, maybe a year. And maybe not in the form of UPC, but like 151 product was available everywhere, right? And the set, the set is, and I've always believed this from the beginning. I've always had conviction for 151, right? 151 is an amazing set. It's a great opening experience. Even like as we kind of like, you have to make projections in your head. Like you have to make some estimates, some hypotheses. Like I project in the future a lot of those reverses and just a lot of even just the reverses are going to become expensive. They're going to become, and when I say expensive, I mean like couple bucks, right? Like you're picking up like your Gengars, your Dragonites, your Mewtwo's, your Pikachu's, right? Like these cards that when it gets to a point where 151 is no longer viable to rip, a lot of the reverse hollow and just like regular rare hollows are going to become a little bit more expensive. And like people are going to buy them. People want to master set them. So you have to try to like figure out in the future. It's almost like if you're designing a product, right? And you're trying to put yourselves in the customer's shoes. How are people actually going to use your product, right? You're designing not for the functionality of it, but you're designing with the end customer in mind. No difference if you're making a physical product, you're developing software, and you're trying to put together a GUI that makes the most sense for the end user, right? You have to put yourself in the end user's shoes, which in this case, in the Pokemon side of things, you have to put yourself in the shoes of somebody 5 years from now. Yes, there's going to be new products. Yes, there's going to be probably better stuff that they come out with, but you have to look at the available sets right now and you have to stack them up against each other and say, okay, let's make up a hypothetical here. Let's say that you have Darkness Ablaze sitting at $20 a pack 6 months from now, and Paldea Evolved is also sitting at, let's say, $15 a pack. Well, Darkness Ablaze, for somebody who doesn't know left from right, they're going to say, well, that pack's more expensive, so therefore it's a better set. And they might jump in and just buy it because it's older and it's a better set. Because in their mind, the price pack is higher, right? But what you have to look at is like in 50 years, not 50 years, but like in 5 years, 10 years, right? Let's use a more realistic timeline. That just kind of came off the top of my head. But what are people going to want to open? Like, they're going to want to open Paldea Evolved, and eventually, like, that set has more room to grow. Like, yes, I understand Darkness Ablaze, there's going to be far less supply, but the volume's going to be slower. It's going to be harder to move those. Just, you guys have to try to put yourself into the shoes of the end consumer 5 years from now, not the end consumer right now. And you certainly can't look at this like, oh, that set's available, like I shouldn't buy it. Like, if do you believe the set is good? Do you believe the product's good? Just like Rudy, right? Like, go back to the SPC example. He believes that is the best prismatic evolutions product that was made, hands down. Like, that's what he believes. Do I agree with him? Maybe. I mean, personally, that's not for me because A, I don't have the space, and B, I don't really touch the like big bulky stuff and the ultra premiums, and I just, like, there was never an opportunity for me as somebody who's on a much smaller scale to get my hands on stuff to that scale, right? Like, and I know he went on the secondary market and picked up things, but at the end of the day, he believed in it, right? He went off, he showed, he walked the walk, right? Like, he went and picked it up, and his perspective from day one of seeing that product go onto the market, 15 packs in there, you have an amazing Evolution SIR promo in there, you have all these great ancillary products. Like, it's, when we look back 2 to 3 years from now, or when you look back 2 to 3 years from like whatever massive set drops, like, the same thing always happens, guys. It's the people look back on sets, on products that are really, really good, and they were always good. They just had a certain price tag attached to them, right? Because at the end of the day, price is like a cop out, right? Like, people who don't really know what they're doing and they don't understand what's going on are going to use price to guide their decisions versus the ones that actually have a serious interest in this hobby and serious understanding of why people buy what they buy. They're not going off of price. And that is where those are where the opportunities are made, guys. Like, you need to shift your perspective off of just looking at price, off of just looking at like what's available, what's readily here to stay. Like, same thing, same conversation. Mega Charizard X UPCs. I've said this from the beginning. Like, this set, not the set, but like this ultra premium collection, number one, it's got a Charizard on it. Charizard is the face of the TCG, and it will remain that, along with Pikachu and obviously some others. I'm not here to debate who's better, but Charizard products always do well, guys. Like, those things where you could pick them up for like less than $125 in volume if you wanted to, release week or 2 weeks after release. And guess what? We're going to get more of it. And when it drops, people are going to be bearish and they're not going to pick it up, or they're going to say, I'm going to be complacent. I'll wait till more drops. I'm just going to wait, right? I'm going to wait till the price goes down more. And, that just, it's kind of a cop-out. It's lazy. And, I'm talking to the people who can afford to make moves like that. But, guys, it's, I could name so many products that, I fell into that trap too, early on, right? And, I don't do it anymore because I buy what I believe in, and, it is what it is, right? You gotta set guidelines and parameters for yourself for what you deem a good product, and differentiation is good. Diversity into different products is great, into different sets is great, but like, you take your shots when you're certain about things, and those people who have been winning, those people who have been doing well, are the ones that truly understand why certain products do well, and they don't make decisions based off current price. They make decisions off of what the future price could be based on the strength of the product, and they understand why people buy things and the fundamentals, and why people like Pokemon, and why people like trading card games and collectibles and all that stuff, right? It goes so deep. Like, you have to do your research. You have to be around. You have to spend the time to like understand why the hell people are here and why the hell people want to do this. So I know I'm going on a little bit of a tangent here, but you know, the the whole perspective conversation flows into like more than just this, right? More than just like looking at price and looking at the fundamentals of the set. It goes into like you can also choose to sit on the sidelines, be someone who comments on videos, be someone who is just negative, right? Just negative, right? Because it's easy to be negative. It's easy to sit back and critique. It's easy to sit back and not really put any skin in the game, right? It's easy to do that, but it's harder to reach out and watch videos and talk to people and get different perspectives, and it's harder to put yourself out there and put effort into things and like try to grow things and try to do things that, you know, maybe you set some goals and you fail flat on your face, you fall flat on your face and you fail. Those are the people that can kind of like be able to hold different perspectives and different opposing truths in their head at the same time. Those are the types of people that are always going to continue to excel in this hobby. And you know, you can complain, you can be bitter, you can be bitter that, you know, Pokemon's not printing enough, Pokemon's not doing this, Pokemon's not doing that, scalpers, botters, whatever. Like you guys can bitch and moan all you want, but at the end of the day, the people who are just kind of moving forward and putting all that noise behind them and continuously kind of reaching out and looking for different alternatives and perspectives and different plays and different ways to kind of approach the market, those are the people that that philosophy and mindset spills over into other parts of their life. It's not just this. And there's a reason why those people, as I've said in prior videos, are probably successful in other parts of their life too. And you could choose what you want to do. You can choose who you want to be. And as we look into the next 5 years, just hit Pokemon 30th anniversary, we're going to probably go through at least another 1 to 1.5 to 2 full cycles of going back to bear to bull, right? And maybe back before 35th anniversary, right? You guys can decide how you want to approach the next 5 years, because we already know when we get to the 35th anniversary, that's probably going to be the next most predictable bull market. And it's the people that are continuing to stay in this hobby and continue to grind and continue to just put product away, right? Churn and burn, build their relationships. Like, it's those people that are going to be better off in 5 years versus the people now that are sitting on the sideline, commenting and just pouting about their situation instead of go making it happen. So I'm going to leave it at that, guys, but please comment below for the 30th anniversary. I'm going to leave something on a little bit more positive note. 30th anniversary video, Pokemon Presents today. What were you guys most excited about? I know for me personally, I was most excited. Obviously, you have Wind and Waves coming out in 2027. I think that coupled with the 30th trading card anniversary set, which will be like Celebrations 2.0. Very excited about that because, as we all know, if you guys watched it, we saw the Crystal Lugia pop up there, the e-reader from Aquapolis. So if we could get some reprints of some e-readers, that would be so cool. I love the e-reader sets. Grew up with those. I'm really looking forward to that. So leave a comment below, guys. What are you most excited for? And you know, what did you kind of take away as the biggest thing from the Pokemon Presents Day? So that's all I got today, guys. Appreciate you as always. Leave a like, a follow, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.